What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back with some brand new Destiny content to take a look at in Season 13. So in this video we're going to jump in and have a look at a bunch of new exotics for the season. We'll take a look at weapon stuff first, but also new exotic armor pieces, some quest items, as well as stasis upgrades for the season, and a bunch of other juicy rewards. So let's get it going guys, but first up, be sure to get subscribed if you are new to the channel. There's a lot of new content to post up this week, so also feel free to turn on notifications. But now, getting into things initially, let's speak a little bit about exotic weapons. And in terms of what we can get a close look at right now, initially there is Tiku's Divination, which is the new Season Pass exotic, and we can see that the bow comes with Sacred Flame. Hip-firing this weapon fires multiple tracking projectiles, and targets marked by these projectiles explode upon death, or when struck by another Sacred Flame explosion. It also comes with Tactile String, Straight Fletching, and then it's got Causality Arrows. And arrows fired while aiming down sights cause Sacred Flames to instantly detonate, but also precision hits with perfectly drawn arrows increase the power of this detonation. It's actually a pretty interesting exotic, and of course, we can get our hands on it fairly quickly via the Season Pass this season. And when going through the intro quest and unlocking the artifact, be sure to pay attention to the quest steps in the helm. There are a few different vendors you need to speak to, and also, before you visit the helm, make sure that your quest log isn't full, or it will actually send that quest to the postmaster. And then in terms of other brand new exotic weapons, the only thing we can spot is an unknown exotic ornament in the scout rifle section. And this is as far as what we can see in game, but from the press kit for Season of the Chosen, Bungie revealed it today, and it does list a new exotic quest taking place on the Dark Cabal ship that we were teased about in the trailer. So that confirms the space will be used for an exotic quest. According to Destiny Newscom on Twitter, spoiler alert, but for the Tex Mechanica quest that we know Bungie teased on the roadmap for the season, they say Monteven on Raid Secrets did reveal we're going to be getting a Tex Mechanica scout rifle, which is pretty crazy. In terms of bonuses and things like that, we don't have any info at the moment, but it is going to be another exotic to look forward to during this season. Give us your thoughts about that down below. However, we can get a look at new exotic armor pieces. So for the Titans right here, we have Curious of the Falling Star, and these exotics are actually going to drop through updated Lost Sectors with Legend and Master difficulty this season, so being added to the Lost Sector armor pool essentially. And this one for the Titan comes with Glorious Charge, and it greatly increases your Thunder Crash impact damage, but also will gain an overshield that lasts longer the farther we travel before striking a target. So that's a pretty interesting one right there. And it turns out from that bonus, depending on how good it actually is, it could be fairly solid for both PvE and PvP. Let us know what you think down below. The Hunters are getting Omnioculus, if that's the correct way to say it. I'm probably butchering some names. It is a pretty crazy looking thing, and it comes with the bonus Beyond the Veil. You gain a second smoke bomb charge and have damage resistance while invisible. And when you make an ally invisible, they gain damage resistance while invisible, and you gain melee energy. So increased damage resistance while invisible is interesting, and by making other players invisible, you're also going to grant them that damage resistance and get melee energy back. Another one that could be very curious. But finally for the Warlocks there is the Mantle of Battle Harmony, and it comes with Absorption Cells. Takedowns with weapons that have a damage type matching your subclass element grant you super energy, and while your super energy is full, you instead gain a temporary bonus to weapon damage of the type matching your subclass element. So we are going to be able to get super energy very quickly, but if we hold on to that super, in a way it's kind of like a Talok style bonus from D1, where holding that super is going to buff the weapon damage pretty much until you use it. So actually some pretty exciting exotic armor pieces right there. And be sure to give us your thoughts about them down below. And then other ways to take a quick look at the new ritual weapon, we've got the Salvagers Salvo, a lightweight frame grenade launcher, and it comes with quick launch, and then spike grenades. But in terms of traits, this time we've got Ambitious Assassin, as well as Demolitionist, and then Vorpal Weapon, and Chain Reaction. Of course, Chain Reaction is a new bonus from last season. Each final blow with this weapon creates an elemental damage explosion, and this is an arc weapon, so actually could be a pretty exciting one to have on a weapon of this type. Could make it interesting in PvE as well. Not sure about Mountaintop 2.0. A lot of players were curious as to whether that was what we were going to see, so give us your thoughts about it in the comment section. In terms of quest steps and things like that, the main exotic quest for the season, of course the one that's teased on the Dark Cabal ship, is something that's kind of completely redacted at the moment, so otherwise, a lot of the focus will be around what we're going to see in the Battleground quests and things like that. But we should add here also that if you want to pick up the new stasis abilities, the Stranger does have new quests to unlock those, so you can go and do that on Europa. Nonetheless, that gives us a quick preview of the core exotic stuff, and otherwise you can take a look at things like the Eververse store to preview some of the new cosmetic items. Here though, to mention a couple of patch notes that do affect rewards as well as sandbox. But initially, Bungie did say that a bunch of catalysts are having their drop sources and objectives updated. That will include Bad Juju, Izanagi's Burden, Sleeper Simulant, the Huckleberry, Worldline Zero, Polaris Lance, Telesto, Legend of Acreus, and Skyburner's Oath. So, in addition to the new content, if you do want to hunt down any of those catalysts, be sure to be on the lookout for the new objectives. Also, don't forget those buffs that Bungie have given to the Aeon exotics. We mentioned them in the news update the other day, but be sure to check them out in game as they do have new exotic bonuses. Of course, there are the archetypes of weapon that have had mouse and keyboard recoil adjusted, so that includes auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles, submachine guns, hand cannons, and machine guns, but they have reduced camera movement for submachine guns, pulse rifles, and machine guns at the same time, so gonna be a bit of an all-round shift to how some of those weapons feel. Also, Bungie of course have buffed rocket launchers in the update today, increasing overall damage by 30%, with a suite of different adjustments for the exotics. But they've increased fusion rifle damage fall-off start distance based on the range stats, so 6% with 0 range and 16% with 100 range, as well as reducing the camera movement from firing a fusion rifle by 9.5%, so it's going to make them much more effective at longer ranges. And then of course, breach grenade launcher projectiles will now detonate on impact with the character, even if holding the trigger. That will also affect the new ritual weapon for Season 13. And then of course, there are the nerfs to swords, losing 15% of damage overall, and we've got an increase to ADS flinch for snipers. Otherwise, there are a series of different kind of quality of life fixes. And just to reiterate, Bungie have said DDoS protection on console is going to release during Season of the Chosen, but isn't currently active as they're still testing certain components of it. So it's basically in the game, ready to go, but Bungie have got a few things to implement before they make that go live, and I'm sure they'll keep us posted when they do. But for now, guys, that is what we've got to round up in this very quick look at a bunch of the rewards and things like that for the season. As always, I'll be keeping the channel posted, guides for the new activities, rewards, and those kinds of things, so feel free to get subscribed and turn on notifications. But if you've enjoyed this video, a like rating down below very much helps us out on the channel, and also give us any of your thoughts on the stuff that we've seen so far. But for now, have fun with the new season, and I'll catch you guys very soon.
Even my people have a word for peace, but we do not use it often or lightly. I wouldn't have summoned you if I was not sincere.
Peace with the Cabal.
The darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to one if not the other. My world did.
Empress Keitel, I'm sorry for what you've lost.
We have all suffered. I propose an alliance.
Cabal don't ally. They conquer. She betrayed her father to Gaul. Don't think she won't put a gilded knife in your back too.
My father was soft.
He lacked ambition.
As you do. Humanity won't survive unless the Commander expands his horizons. Join my empire. You'll keep your title and gain a seat on my war council. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Then, the Black Fleet. Bow.
No.
Very well. Ready yourself, Commander. I'll sharpen my gilded knife and see you both on the battlefield.